Excellent. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome all affiliates here and all agents here from Arcadia and Temple City, two great cities for one brokerage, and I am so proud and so grateful to be a part of. So here we have some we have some affiliates and some agents here in person, but the affiliates that are here, I'm gonna be mindful and go ahead and have Scott Shimamoto, they rushed over here from the AAR, and introduce himself first. Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvia. Scott Shimamoto here, Journey Mortgage Advisors. We are a broker, and that is a big deal because it's like anything else, right? Sometimes one of the lenders is hot, sometimes another lender is hot. So since we're a broker, we can go with the hot lender at that time. So that means your client gets a great deal. I also do really great pre-approvals. We run desktop underwriter and loan prospector. So we make sure that, you know, if we say your client is going to be able to buy this house, he or she's going to be able to buy this house. Also, I'm really great at pitching the client to the listing agent and showing them what level of work I went through at the beginning in order for me to be confident that my pre-approval letter is valid and solid. So, you know, you got to deal with, well, in my opinion, you need to deal with someone like me who is going to touch all the bases, have a plan A, B, and C, and have access to multiple lenders so that we can get your deal to the finish line. So that's my message for the day. Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors. Your deal is no joke to me. Thank you. Thanks, Sylvia. Thanks, Colin.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. And it really is no joke. Next, we have here in line, we have Sage. Sage, you're up.
Hi everyone, Sage Gomez here with my NHG. Just a quick update. My NHG has created CRESS NHG. You guys are a CRESS certified office. So what that means is if you order a My NHG, CRESS NHG, that means that you already get the 10 million E&O from My NHG and additional $25,000 in CRESS E&O insurance because you guys are a CRESS office. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. Sage Gomez with My NHG. Have a great day.
Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you. And next we have here our superstar. Come in, Sandy, you were the topic this morning.
I'm sure I was. I'm actually a nice person. Don't believe what you read on social media. Okay. I'm actually a really good mom too. Hi everyone. Sandy Franco. American Home Warranty. Guys, we are looking at the next step. Put extra water out for the animals. Do whatever you can do. It's going to be a nasty 6, 7, 8 days. I will be available even over the holiday weekend. I'm going to sit the air conditioning in a dark room. Stay as cool as you possibly can, and in 3 weeks, bachelor thing will be over. Have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being a good mom too.
It's freezing.
Here we have Brandon. Brandon.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see you guys. Buyer's guides. And the buyers, if you guys have ever had clients who ask questions like, what's NHD report? What are these like liquefaction zones and things like that? And if you have clients that speak Mandarin as a first language and primarily Mandarin or Spanish, we have the guides in English, Spanish, and Mandarin. So give me a call, text me, email me. I can send you a PDF version. And then I have the Spanish and English in hard copy if you have clients that want a hard copy. And I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Good to see you guys. And I look forward to seeing you next time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And next in line here, we have Angie. Angie, you're up. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey everyone, the last of the trio of the First Americans. I'm Angie Tang, First American Title. Nice to see y'all. I wanted to talk to you about the market. You know, everything is kind of moving into a different way.
I don't really like to say shifting because everybody's saying shifting, but it's just changing and evolving through the times. And one of the things you have to do when that happens is you got to figure out who your competition is. Where are you farming? What is happening in your target market? What is, who are the big players, if there are any? What is the type of velocity rates in there? These are the types of things you want to think about, because now you're going to have to hone in and make sure you buckle your seats and into your seat and make sure that you're going to be farming as efficiently as you possibly can, because the marketplace is moving a little bit. So now you really have to look into your farm, see what it's doing for you, if it's yielding you the return on investment that you like. If it isn't, call me. I'm here to help you grow that business. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thank you. Thanks, Kelvin, for having the meeting.
Thank you.
Perfect. And before you leave, Angie, hang on. Let me take a picture of that hill, because that's such a cute hill. Let me see here. Okay, this is part of the fun of having affiliates here in person. So all the other affiliates, if you want to share your shoes, please do. And I'll share with Kelvin. I think that completes our affiliates here in person. So now I'd like to hand it over to John. John, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Kelvin and Sylvia, for keeping this hybrid, because it's a little bit difficult to get there in person. I'm blessed to be a part of your office. I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. I'm working through the holidays 24/7, basically, and to be your consultant, 28 years in the business. And the latest thing, we have the Spanish version of the SNAP NHD report. We just launched it this week. Want to let you know more languages are coming, and that way these are the things that they ask you to look at and they have to sign. So it's very important to have that. The other thing I want to remind you is that when you're looking at properties, make sure you're looking to see if they have brush maintenance, because fire danger is very high. And when you're taking those listings, you can make suggestions to let them know, hey, this is what we need to do to get this property ready, and make sure they're in compliance. And then lastly, reach out to your sphere of influence. A lot of them are staying home. They want to say hi, just say hi to them. A lot of times, they'll listen more than you talk, and they'll give you some information of what's going on in their lives. And maybe they're not ready right now, but they may be ready later on, and they'll need your assistance in real estate matters. My biggest tip to you is always wear your badges, have cards, pen, and appropriate documents with you, because you never know where the next deal is coming from. Have a fun and safe Labor Day weekend, and I'm here for you. I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you so much, John. Appreciate that. And next in line, I think I see here Jay. Is it Jay? You're up.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about down payment assistance programs, also known as DPAs. Unlike a Cal have a 10% forgivable DPA with vast limitations, there are other existing down payment assistance programs that are actually feasible and easier to qualify. Take the Chinoa down payment assistance program, for example. It possesses the following features: FICO scores of 600, no income limits, the amount is forgivable with terms, does not have to be first-time home buyer, and this DPA can be used in conjunction with FHA loan or a conventional loan. And it counts only on borrower's income rather than household income, just to mention a few. The market has shifted to a buyer's market. As a lender, I'm seeing more offers with FHA loans get accepted compared to 2021. So explore the possibilities of getting your buyer into a home with a down payment assistance program. Please feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in learning about more. If you're interested in learning more about the down payment assistance program, that's it for me today. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti, Jay. Appreciate that. Next in line, who I see here is Rick Sanchez. Rick, you're up.
Hey everyone, good morning, Rick Sanchez. I'm taking the call from the road. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I have a good reception. So Rick Sanchez from Guaranteed Rate. We specialize in working with business owners, real estate investors, and foreign nationals. We know that these type of buyers are the ones that struggle with the most during the loan process. So we have solutions, we make it easy for them. And it's important because we want them to have a good experience when they buy a house. If they have a good experience with buying a house, we know that we make you, the realtor, look good, and hopefully you get more referrals. Really quick, what I wanted to talk about today is the buy down program. We talked about it on the lunch and learn, but this is a great technique for those buyers that you had in the past who maybe stepped away from buying a house because the rates were too high and their monthly payments were too high. There's this, and what I would love to do is maybe create a plan where we can reach out to your potential buyers who stepped away and explain how there's a new program where it would make sense for them to buy now. Again, this is Rick Sanchez, Guaranteed Rate. I'll put my info in the chat. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Rick. And next in line here, I see Maria. Maria, you're up. Maria Howard? I can hear you in an echo somewhere.
Okay, let me.
Oh, you're better now. You're better now.
Okay, good. So thank you, everybody. I just want to remind you that you guys are a Crest office, and your E&O coverage with Coldwell Banker Dynasty, you guys have Crest. There is some amazing benefits to your Crest that you have that I would love to sit down with you on a one-on-one, explain those with you. Also, because now we're strategic partners with MyNHD, with both Sabrina and Sage, by using our home warranty along with the NHD report, your E&O insurance is now stackable. That is a huge value when you go out on a listing presentation and you have your value proposition, why that seller should work with you. If you want to understand that a little more and understand the seller certificate that goes along with it and all the benefits, I'll put my information in the chat and let's sit down for 10, 15 minutes on a Zoom call or in person. I love coffee, by the way. And we can talk about this. Always here to help. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you, Maria. Appreciate that so much. Next here, I see Martin. Martin, you're up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Martin Mason with Rate One Financial, mortgage banker and broker in Sierra Madre. Always doing loans here, purchase, refinance throughout the entire state. And today I want to highlight some programs that we've been doing a little bit of recently, even though rates are up. We've been doing some cash out refinances for debt consolidation for certain customers that may have a low rate on their mortgage, but maybe have a lot of debt, a lot of consumer high interest credit card debt or car loans or whatever. And maybe they're trying to get their payments down. Sometimes it still makes sense to do a cash out refi, even if it means exchanging a lower rate for a higher rate on your mortgage. If you can get rid of all that consumer debt, we have a cool little blended rate calculator that actually compares all your current interest debt that you're paying on all your debts, consumer, mortgage, installment debt, everything, and to what a new loan would look like. And sometimes the blended rate actually winds up being lower with a new cash out refi. You're actually going to save yourself money, lower your cash flow. So it still kind of makes sense for some people. And if that doesn't make sense, we also have home equity lines and home equity loans, second trust deeds that people can get to consolidate consumer debt to lower their payments. And sometimes that makes a difference for a buyer if they're looking to buy and they just need to get rid of some debt or consolidate debt to lower their monthly obligations to put themselves in a position to buy another property. So if you guys have clients in that boat, tell them to talk to their loan officer about that, or they can give me a call, man. Thank you so much, Martin Mason, Rate One Financial.
Thank you. Appreciate that so much, Martin. Next I see here, let me see, I'm scrolling. We have a lot more members here, realtors and affiliates here. And looks like that concludes our affiliates. Is there an affiliate here that I missed? Any affiliates here that I have not mentioned that would like some sunshine and spotlight? No? Okay. So now, thank you very much, affiliates. You are always welcome here, and we are such a blessed office to have so many affiliates join. and have an abundance of information that helps us all. Thank you. And if you all look at the sidebar here with notes, there's some information from some of our realtors that are requesting. So I appreciate that. I also put in here, and I know I'm gonna end up messing up this word, but I put in here in the chat area, I wanna welcome home Kelvin. And Kelvin, welcome home. So it's ho'okipa ika home. So welcome home, Kelvin.
Back from Hawaii, speaking about sunshine and spotlight. I guess it's on me.
Yes.
But if you guys haven't checked it out or have the opportunity to check out Kauai, it's such a beautiful. This is kind of like the Grand Canyon of on the island. So had a week over there, great stay, great vacation. Thank you all for being patient with me while I took a brief trip. Definitely came back refreshed. Had a really good time with everyone and been able to help some people over the phone while I was away. But still, there's a lot of stuff going on. I want to give you guys in today's meeting, there was another pulse on the market. So we'll do a market update. I have a legal update I want to share with you regarding referrals and RESPA. And Sylvia has some great tips for you on Feng Shui and positioning yourself for success. So I'll go ahead and start today's slides. Great to see all you affiliates and agents here with us today, and hope you can stick around till the end as we approach Labor Day weekend, everyone, and also the NFL football season, which I'm looking forward to as well. So good. I'm going to start sharing my slides and bear with me. And hopefully you guys can see. We're already at the end of August, guys. So we only have a few more months of 2022, another quarter left. So just really want to highlight and tell you that now that the summer season is starting to begin to end and it starts to cool down, I'm starting to see the leaves start falling all over my backyard because it's been windy. We're going to go through a heat wave this coming week, so stay cool and refreshed. But just want to remind you that as the weather cools down and the real estate market and activity has cooled down necessarily, let's understand the explanations and reasons why we're experiencing a cool down this past summer. And so again, I thank our affiliates for sharing all your tips and great advice. Some of them, multiple, Maria and Sage mentioned that we are a CRES office, and that is our E&O provider. A lot of realtors don't understand the workings or background on E&O insurance, but CRES is one of the best in terms of California-wise, one of the best real estate dedicated providers for insurance. And I hope we never have to use our insurance ever, just like you never want to use your auto insurance ever. And but we have one of the best protections. The benefit of using a CRES provided affiliated company is that there is multiple benefits. They offer better services for your clients, a little bit better protection, but on our side of the things, our E&O deductible is reduced. So there's multiple reasons why you should be using a CRES provided company. In terms of who they are, I can share with you on offline. I'll share with you the multiple companies that do participate. But Old Republic is one of them. We do have Fidelity and American Home Shield. So there's quite a bit. I'll go ahead and share with you later on the emails. It is not happy people. Today's quote of the day. It is not happy people who are grateful. It is grateful people who are happy. And I taking some retrospect and looking back in, during my vacation, and you really got to shift your mindset. This is really, if you play along the words, you don't always, everyone's in the pursuit of happiness. And the pursuit of happiness is something that our forefathers kind of wanted for us in our freedoms in America when we were drafting the Constitution, to provide an atmosphere and environment where we have the ability to control, we have the ability to decide. And internally, we have the ability to really just kind of, what you say, appreciate the things and the values of those around you and the things that you do have. Because if you're always in the mindset of trying to be happy, trying to, oh, if I get this next Ferrari, Lamborghini, or if I buy this mansion estate in the beautiful Santa Monica or Venice or wherever, Beverly Hills, I'll be happy. You're always in the mindset of emptiness, of always wanting to have more, or this thing will make you happy. And I tell you what, when you have more stuff or when you have more possessions, you get more problems as well. You have more responsibilities, you have more debt, you have more obligations. So appreciate what you do have. That's the key to success and happiness in your mindset in life. And many great speakers and books and philosophers explain this in much better ways than I did. But I really hope and hit this hard to you to really appreciate, okay, and spend some time to self-reflect what you do have with your family and talk about it and enjoy it. Time together with one another is very, very valued to me. So I hope you guys can really value your family as well. We have Arcadia class is coming soon, and we have the development housing workshop with Monrovia talking about ADUs, SB 9 dwellings, urban lot splits. So if you want to learn about subdivisions or how to really get multiple units on a property or dwellings, this would be a nice workshop to get you a little bit more informed, because the ADU, whether you're in Monrovia or another city, the rules and regulations are very similar in accordance to SB 9, as long as you got the zoning and you got the lot size and you have the space on your property. A lot of them should help and cannot deny you from your lot, ADU. If you want a little bit know about environmental impacts, we got to do our due diligence. Speaking of environmental impacts in California, I mean, we're experiencing not only is it fire, we're experiencing a lot more temperamental weather, whether it's a lot more hotter, a lot more windier, or a lot more what you call the sea level rising going on. There's some impacts that we as humans are impacting our global warming, and our carbon footprint definitely needs to be reduced. We're just startly getting a taste of trying to really be a little bit more mindful and conservative on our limited natural resources. But definitely, you know, things like oil, things like trash and the pollution that we're providing is causing global impacts. And certain countries are doing a lot better than others. Like the US does have a lot of regulations, especially in California, but other countries are very wasteful or dumping in the ocean, or they're doing a lot of things. So you can see that. You can see when I was in Hawaii, speaking to a lot of the natives and the Hawaiians, and a lot of their sea level rise and a lot of their impacts from trash and whatnot on the beaches is causing harm to the coral reefs. And the coral reefs, when I visited Kauai, I think it was 15 years ago, has deteriorated in a significant amount, where a lot of that natural beauty that takes decades and decades to form is being trampled on, there's trash going on, and we're ruining the environments for the fish and on those around there. So learn about that, understand how this can be related to your transactions as well, and how phase 1 and phase 2 environmental impacts are required for some certain specific commercial or multifamily projects that your clients might be getting into. We're gonna have an Autumn Moon Festival coming up, and as usual, we like to have and promote Master Feng Shui Alex Z regarding home and office tips and ideas. That'll be at the Caravan in person. So if you want to join next week at the Caravan, following the Caravan meeting at 10 to 11:30, it's a free class. Learn about it. You don't have to be an AAR member to go to Caravans or the meeting or the training. So feel free to join and learn, and hopefully provide some great tips to your clients to separate yourself from other realtors or listing presentations that are not sharing all these helpful tips for the benefit of their of your client. I shared this already and talked about it in the past, but just keeping the link up that there is a do not call registry list. So if you want to learn about that or about probate sales, there's a frequently asked questions. I love going to the risk management area, where I get a lot of help and advice for legal issues that brokers should be talking about. One of them is regarding RESPA and the referral fees. So as we start seeing a lot more referrals going on, I think it's a great time to go ahead and have a discussion and go through the Q&A. But one of the things I need to talk to you about is where referral fees and RESPA does apply, what kind of referral fees are allowed and what are prohibited, what is the fine if you are caught in doing a referral type of situation for various service-related services. And I just need to, as a broker, have this on file that we're doing this discussion. So I will open it up to questions as well. And so in this portion of the class, a lot of people say, I mean, there's just a simple question. This is one of them. If I get a referral fee, do I even have to disclose this to my client? And if it falls under the category of RESPA, yes, you do have to disclose to your client that you are receiving a referral fee from you referring that business to someone else. But if you don't know all the rules, I'd like to go ahead and just bring up the Q&A page and we'll go through this together. Do you guys see the screen right here called referral fees in red? Someone
Yes.
says no. Okay, perfect. So from CNR, they just they did a revision of this and wanted to go over a little bit about where and what kind of transactions apply. So yes, realtors can pay and receive referral fees legally, but in certain circumstances, it is specifically allowed. And so we'll go through that. There's federal laws. Don't remember, there's state laws, and we fall under guidelines under DRE as well. So what we got to do is understand is that RESPA is the governing body. This is called the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act to prevent a lot of kickbacks, prevent and regulate mortgage providers and title companies and all these real estate settlement involved service providers, that there's not some collusion going on or everyone's just kind of kicking back to one another. And that, when they try to avoid that, because we should be allowing an open market where the buyer and the sellers have the choice of their services, not us throwing it down their throats, which some brokers do. And we have, like you can see, our affiliates are all here. We're an open office, so we have the choice, and we are providing an environment for people to go ahead and compete. And that's how you bring the best, service and let the agents, let the clients choose. So because of RESPA is enacted, and we want to eliminate kickbacks and referral fees and stuff like that going on behind the scenes. So we really just want to get paid for our services. That's what we are. Where does RESPA fall and what categories? It applies to most residential 1 to 4 unit transactions. And it really applies specifically towards federally related mortgage loans, okay? And the term federally related mortgage loans includes any loan other than temporary financing, such as a construction loan. But we can kind of categorize them into these bullet points here, that and whenever there's a first or a second lien on residential real property that is 1 to 4 units, this is secured loan, such as a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. These are types of loans that are secured. Ordinarily, if you get a loan from Wells Fargo, Bank of America, those are all considered federally related. Okay, so that's a majority or bulk of all of our sales. It is. So if you're getting conventional financing, that's federally related. It applies for 1 to 4 units. If it's a 5 unit, 6 unit, then RESPA does not fall under place. So you could get and receive and not follow these guidelines. If you're selling a 6 unit apartment building, you can receive a referral fee. You don't have to disclose it. Okay. But if you're in a 1 to 4, which a lot of our transactions are, it probably will apply. Now, if this is made by a lender where it's a federal government, such as FDIC bank, like Bank of America, any bank account, they're all federally insured up to $250,000. So any major bank where that lender, even like a mutual fund, not a mutual fund, what's called what are the smaller bank, community banks, these are also involved as well because they're FDIC insured. If you have anything that's administered by a government program, such as HUD, FHA, certain government provided products, those also are considered to be federally related. And Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac is included, and any creditor who makes less than $1 million per year. Anyway, okay, so so those are the categories. That's very broad based. So it could happen to a transaction, even if the loan amount is only $5,000 as a second position, and the first position is all cash. Even if it's a small amount, or it's a junior deed or a small amount, it's still, if there's a RESPA federally related bank involved or loan involved, that is required to disclose and share. How do they regulate this? Well, when you have these transactions that are 1 to 4 units, you're not supposed to give or receive referral fees to unlicensed persons. So obviously, if you get a referral fee from a realtor or from another person, that, like, a lot of our people are moving out of state or going from Southern California to maybe, Big Bear or east or the east, you can get a legal referral fee, sending them elsewhere or introducing them to another realtor. So those are okay. Still supposed to be disclosed to the client. So how does RESPA regulate this? Well, in terms of the regulation, they'd really just look for if you're giving any portion, a split, 10% of my commission is given to my client or blah, 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 or referral. Those are prohibited activities because it's a conditional type of activity. I'll give you, if I get this commission, I'll give you 5%, 10%, whatever you want to say. And you're giving it to someone else, that's illegal. That is why I always tell you if you have some sort of negotiations going on, or you have something that you want to take care of your client, you apply it in escrow. You help them, not necessarily for something else, for referral or this and that. You're helping your own client towards a recurring and non-recurring closing cost. And that's why all the lenders remind you to phrase it this way, because we don't want to violate RESPA. So what is a referral then? Okay, well, if you have any written and oral agreement to a person who has the effect of influencing the selection of a service or a product or another business, that's a referral. So if you say, if I give you the name and number of my client, and if they use you, can you give me X amount of benefit or money? Well, guess what? That's considered illegal if it's a 1 to 4 unit transaction that falls under RESPA category. However, if you introduce a commercial broker to a commercial buyer and they're buying a 10-unit apartment building, you can collect a referral legally, because that's not under the RESPA category. And so I'll go into some exclusions so you can understand the differences. And don't forget, referral and compensation does not necessarily mean dollars, does not necessarily mean money. It has to consider things of value, and that's a broad definition. So things of value could be right here defined as any payment, advance, funds, loans, services, or other considerations that also includes like things of value such as salaries, commissions, credits, a stock split of my company, dividends, the opportunity to participate in a money-making program, discount sales, rentals. So free rates of, I could buy you a vacation, and here's a, those are all types of things of value. So it's broadly regulated. If you're going through a 1 through 4 and something that falls under RESPA services, talk to me what is deemed as a thing of value. I understand if they're giving a referral, let's say you're giving a box of cookies, that's not going to be too significant, okay? If you're going to give some chocolates, or you're going to give, anyway, so small things like that. Let's take you out to lunch. That's not a thing of value. That's relationship. But
Kelvin, I have a question for you.
yeah,
What about a red envelope?
That's money. Okay, if you're giving a red envelope that's empty, you can do it all you want. Okay, sure. The red envelope itself, you can give it if it's lucky and it says a note in there and it says maybe a fortune cookie inside your red envelope and it has so much fortune, what you call blessings in your handwritten notes. Great. That's not value. That's a letter. That's emotional. But if you're putting money in there, that's considered okay. But you can give red envelopes during Chinese New Year's because that's not in relation to a transaction. That is a holiday that you're celebrating or your gift that you're celebrating. Okay. So I've heard of someone like saying, "Oh, if I help me lease my business, help me get this transaction closed on my house, you can come to my restaurant and for the free for your family."
Hear you, Calvin.
You can't hear me?
You're breaking in and out.
I'm sorry. Let me see what's going on with my internet. I'm not on the company Wi-Fi. I'm on my own. I'm using my T-Mobile. Is it not good no more?
You're good now.
Okay, let me know if it still bothers you. I'll reset the internet. So these settlement services, the things that RESPA category falls and controls and regulates: real estate agents, real estate brokers, escrow agents, title insurance companies, lenders and mortgage brokers, credit reporting agencies, appraisers, pest control inspectors, termite companies, property surveyors, and attorneys of all categories. So that's a big, broad, many of these are all involved in our transactions. So these are the people that have to follow RESPA guidelines. We are involved. Okay. What transactions are exempt? Okay, well here there's a bunch. They list out specific ones exempted, like apartment buildings, 5 or more units, commercial buildings, mixed use is considered, that's also a commercial building, industrial buildings, all of those office buildings, agricultural properties. So if you have a house, but it's on the zoned agricultural zoning, you're okay. That's not falling under RESPA. Any business purpose loans that is an extension towards business, commercial, or agricultural, such as an SBA loan, perhaps. Some of those are more geared towards businesses. So that does not fall under that category. Vacant land does not fall under RESPA, but certain construction loans do. Leases and rental agreements. This is not a sale, so you can. These are exempted. If you have a buyer who buys all cash, even if it's a 1 to 4 unit, that does not fall under RESPA. Okay. So if the seller provides 90% or carrybacks that financing, that does not fall under RESPA because they're not a federally provided mortgage bank provider. The seller is just maybe just an individual and they're going to go ahead and extend financing to the buyer. This is also a very good solution nowadays, guys, for the high interest rates. We can still do a lot of deals. When there's a will, there's a way. When you have parties that want to make the deal, the loan for some reason is getting some complications or whatnot, seller carryback is also an option. Don't forget to use that when you need to. Payment for goods or services rendered. Anyway, affiliate business arrangements, these are excluded as well for referral / compensation. Normal promotional and educational activities like, hey, if you send me a referral, I can help you provide some promotional sponsored events or provide an educational class to teach about a little bit more about this company or that company. Those are all allowed. And referral arrangements between agents and brokers, but not mortgage brokers. So we can send referrals to someone in Arizona or Las Vegas or out of state. So anyway, those are the key exemptions. And when you have something that falls under the scope of RESPA, just letting you know that there is a big fine. Okay, so go ahead and there's some categories in here. So a lot of times we don't know the buyer whether it's going to fall under RESPA or not. So if someone says, I give you the name and number of a person, like Rick right here in this example. Can you hear me again?
You're just breaking in and out occasionally.
Let me jump onto a different Wi-Fi then. Hold on a second. Hopefully that doesn't stop the recording. So hopefully this works a little bit better. You guys hear me okay now?
Better, it's crispier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the sharing on my screen. And I just want to let you know there's a $10,000 fine if you are found violating RESPA up to $10,000. So definitely be careful. But if you're referring a customer and then this person, Rick, says, hey, I'm not a licensed agent. I want to give you a listing and I'll give you my name and number of my cousin who's selling their home. If this listing agent takes the listing and eventually the buyer pays all cash, this is a referral arrangement that's considered legal. I can pay, you know, whatever my referral fee to this referring. But if that buyer ends up buying a federally related Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan, which most of the time it is, this is a violation. Okay, so we don't know if this falls under RESPA or not until we close. When we apply and find out the type of financing. So that's kind of the rules on that. What is, you know, it should be for services actually rendered. So you can't just call it a finder's fee. You can't just simply relabel things and say, oh, I want a side payment for my consultation of your Feng Shui and ask for that fee. There's things like this and that. I mean, are you providing services or not? You have to specifically do the service, not necessarily try to make up some services. Affiliate business arrangements are exempt. So there are, as long as it's disclosed to the client, that they're not required to use any particular provider, such as a certain title or certain mortgage provider. Okay, so we do have a company affiliated business arrangement disclosure in the drive. So our transaction coordinator and you should be very knowledgeable when it applies, and it should apply to all RESPA transactions. So if someone violates RESPA, it's up to fine up to $10,000. Okay, you could also get imprisonment up to 1 year. I don't want you to go to jail, guys, so just don't do it. Okay. How does California law regulate referral agents? Well, they just regulate these companies like title, escrow, controlled escrow companies, structural pest control firms, and home protection companies. So just make sure you're not violating small expenses like food, meals, beverages, or some small things like that. Those are just normal. You can give someone a boba drink, and that's not going to be a violation. You won't go to get a $10,000 fine for that. So this is the part I told you that yes, if it falls under RESPA, you do have a duty to disclose that you're receiving something to your client from a RESPA, from RESPA guidelines. Okay, the amount doesn't need to be disclosed. So you can just share that I am receiving a benefit or a little referral fee from this service provider. Any questions?
No, you're pretty clear. You're pretty clear on that. You explained pretty clear what is a structured referral versus the word that we all frown upon, a kickback.
Correct. So you can give it to your client, but if it falls under RESPA as a conventional loan, no, you are not supposed to give and pay a referral fee to an unlicensed person. Okay, so again, just reminding you, not everyone's a licensee, but they might be expecting some sort of benefit from you when they refer their cousin or their brother-in-law. Okay. All right, so that's it. I just want to share with you some of that and where you can find it under risk management. we'll move on with the slides, and if there's no other questions, I'll go ahead and jump on. And I think Sylvia has the next portion. Sylvia, you're going to be up right here.
Okay, great. Thank you very
I just picked up a slide, and this is regarding a little bit of feng shui tips. So, oops, I skipped one slide. Go ahead, right here.
You did. It's okay.
Good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So aside of the Feng Shui Master, Master Alex Z, that is going to be presenting over at the Arcadia Association of Realtors, we don't want to take any spotlight away from the Arcadia Association of Realtors, but there are so many areas to be considered with a Feng Shui process. And Mark and I both sat down and looked at how many possibilities of Feng Shuis that could be presented. So we thought for our office, it would be beneficial for our agents or even staff, anyone, for these considerations of Feng Shui tips. I know not everyone believes in Feng Shui. We all have different beliefs, and that's okay. But I just want to ask any one of you, do any one of you ever enter your office and feel like, oh, this is not working, it feels cluttered, or I need to move my desk, or XYZ, or you walk into your home and you're just tired of where your sofa is? That's personal Feng Shuiing, however you want to call it. That's just personal Feng Shuiing. So these are the tips that are going to be discussed on the 22nd, next month of September, here in our office. And it's a consider housewarming gift. Ideas that are lucky and or promote positive Feng Shui, such as acts of kindness and care, are memorable and should increase your chances for a future referral. Yeah, not everything's about money. Something can just be a gift. Maybe they have a family, they have children. You can give them a swimming pool, something that's safe. For 2022 open houses, consider Feng Shui additions and enhancements when staging, prepping the home for the public viewing. I use Melissa as an example. She came to me and asked me, what should I do? And she has this beautiful white canvas that I call white canvas. If any of you have some artsy flair in your blood, white canvases, what do you do to add some color? So she added some color there with some faux flowers, which really made a difference and gave it some definition. Listing presentation suggestions, what to do and what to wear at listing appointments. Do you know how to position yourself, where to sit, where you're facing? And that can certainly make a difference. I had a personal Feng Shui master that I paid for out of my pocket for 9 years. And she was pretty amazing. She told me what color lipstick to wear, where to sit, and whether I believe in it or not, I can tell you it changed my business 90%, at least 90%. So this is something that I just want to share to all of you, because here at Coldwell Banker Dynasty, you know, management, ownership, we all care about your business and we care about your success. So we want you to take out of your mind that, you know, real estate is done and there's no more real estate out there. You need to keep your wheels spinning and you need to continue to do your basics, and just like Kelvin was talking about. So I'm here, reach out to me and I can let you know that also door knocking does work. And I think there's another slide, or did we skip that slide, Kelvin? Okay, so these are tips here for your home. Clear your space, clean your space, remove dangerous furniture, fix broken things, make your entryway welcoming, allow fresh air, light into your home, immediately replace burnt out light bulbs, bring plants in, live plants. They do help with oxygen. Never have your back to a door, and love what you have. Back to what Kelvin was saying. Enjoy what you have, enjoy family. Just by switching things around, it really stirs up the chi in the home to where you wanna, it's a domino effect. You start cleaning the garage, next thing you know, you're cleaning your closets, and it just goes on. I think there's another,
That's
not
it.
relatable, okay.
But well, what if I really love my junk? So that's I love I'm a hoarder. How do I clear my space? That's conflicting.
Yeah. You need to declutter your mind as well. So I have a seasoned woman that called me and said, Sylvia, I'm being accused of being a hoarder. Can you come to my home and can you help me of what I need to get rid of? So I went to her home. I'm not a Feng Shui person. So I went into her home and she is an organized, very organized anal person. She is not cluttered at all. I mean, she has a lot of space, but in her mind, she's cluttered. So it all depends on the individual. Thank you.
Okay, look forward to the great class with Master Alex Z and Feng Shui. A little bit of quick market update, and then we'll get on to our new listings. I wanted to just really point out that I checked the recent slides. I grabbed this one because it gives a good snapshot at one time about what's going on in our inventory in terms of California. So we have declining sales for since May of 2022. Every single month has been declining in terms of the number of total sales. Pending sales is still kind of moderate activities, very, let's say a weaker environment than the past. And you can see there's new listings are kind of popping up, but the active listings has finally surpassed 2019 pre-pandemic levels. We have a ton of active listings on the market unsold yet. And it keeps on piling over each other as the days on market continues to climb. We can see median listing prices significantly climbed over the past 2 years, yes. But we're starting to see the median price decline recently. And I'll show you a little bit more background with another slide. Look at the number of homes that are having to discount. This is a sharp increase of the number of almost 59% of the homes being needed to discount in order to get themselves sold. So there's a lot of sellers who need to, I guess, get a reality check on the value of their current market value. Real estate is very cyclical, and it's not necessarily have anything to do with the supply side, is what I read from the economist perspective. This is more of a lack of demand side in terms of the affordability. Again, this is hitting at home. It's very expensive to get these mortgages. So we're starting to see there's a lot of discounting that's needing to be done in order to get homes sold. So jumping into the next slide, I was going to share with you the market minute. Gas prices pulled off a little bit. That's nice. There's a little bit of relief for us in America. Some food prices and the rents and the cost of living is just still very high overall. So for buyers, there's that demand, or they're kind of just fearful of market and they're not being able to save. So you elevate all the home prices and the mortgage rates, slow income growth right now. All of this is just kind of slowing activity for both new and existing resale homes. So Americans' incomes didn't rise and grow as much in July. And so this is just telling us that we're in an environment now that is slightly encouraging. Our GDP is showing that we're still doing okay, and there's still a lot of good businesses and consumer spending. So our economy seems to be being able to rebound. But if you want to, there's a few slides in this data report that I want to share with you. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but the link's there for you to go and interpret the data however you like and share with your clients when you're trying to persuade or inform your client. So I use this data a lot. I wanted to get into a couple of them, not all of them, because there's like over 58 of them of these slides. So we have by week, we can see since a declining trend on the number of single families sold. By region, I'm not going to go by region, by price segment, but you can see that year over year, it's been a slower sale. Normally, May, June, July, August are very hot months in the summer for sales. Every single month of these have been much lower than the year past. And we were dealing with a very limited inventory last year. This year, we have more inventory. So I want to go into a couple of different things. I'm not going to talk about the pendings. And let's get into a lot of the newer listings and the sales. So when we're looking at price growth, we are finally seeing a decline in new listings growth. So let me show you on one piece of slide that I really wanted to show you. You see, this is total active inventory of all single families, 2020, 21, 22. We suddenly, from May on, can see so much surge in inventory that's much greater than any year past.
Excuse
So
me,
there's a lot of-
Kellen, before you continue, whatever screen you think you have up is not showing. I don't know if anyone else can see that.
No, you can't see it, then thank you
Yeah.
for speaking up.
Sure.
So you missed all those other slides, but you can see here the trend graph is showing a sharp increase. Do you see it now?
Yes.
That single family active listings are all the way up here at elevated levels. So when we're looking at by region, when we're looking at Southern California, look how much inventory is really up there. Quite a bit. It's above the pre-pandemic levels. And so when you kind of sort it by segment, you can set, 5 million plus, I'm not going to go into that detail. But what I wanted to show you is we have a 17.7% at the month of August, year over year, more listings than we had last year. Okay. And because things are unsold, you will find that sellers are now having to go ahead and reduce their price. The median listing price has finally shown a decline for the past 2 months. Our sellers are starting to put out their first initial listing price a little bit more closer towards the market value instead of trying to be too greedy and at an elevated level. So I'm happy to see some sellers are getting some of that reality, aggressiveness towards let's just get it sold quicker. I don't want to sit on the market and try my price and then do a reduction. So that's a good signal for some of those sellers that have that forthcoming on really getting a property motivated to sell. So you can see that the median list price growth is declining. And what does that mean for us as realtors? It's all about educating them, because when you look at it, even at price per square foot wise, the median price per square foot is also showing a sharp decline now. So the trend is now prevalent. We've hit the peak. We've really trending downwards in terms of pricing. And this is not necessarily what's called a crash, guys. This is just more of a correction of the values. So not wanting to spread or promote fear, just telling you that this is what situation we're in right now due to our government, our mortgage environment, as well as the affordability issues that we're suffering through. So the median single family closed price, that's significant. This is a 55,000 reduction from the peak. So the closed prices median is declining. So that's proof in the pudding that if your seller says, no, it still has much more room to grow up. Sure, it does. If you follow the trend lines over the course of 5-10 years, price will appreciate like normal, like real estate does. But in the current market, in the next 6 months, we expect to be at current levels. So you can show the single family median closed price per square foot is showing also declining here. Even the new home builders, Lennar, KB Homes, and all of these major home builders, you will see a lot of them do 2 things. One, they're increasing the commission to realtors from 2.5% or 2% to 3% to incentivize agents to buy and steer your clients toward a new home. So they're incentivizing us better. Number 2, they are reducing their weekly or bi-weekly price changes that they're doing. And you can see, and any of these home builders, their prices are lower than they were 2 weeks ago. So they're starting to get a reality check, and their stocks are actually falling down as well, which is very consistent with the news that I'm reading. So that's that. Just wanted to show you what's going on. But if your seller says, I'm not moving my price, I'm not selling, well, look at this. Of the number of active listings, 42% of the active listings are doing a price reduction or have done some sort of price change down, okay? 42%, that's pretty much half. and it's consistent. How many of the sales closed below the listing price? In the last most sequent month, 60% of the sales closed below the asking price. So you don't need to write full price anymore, guys. I'm keep on reminding you, it's a different market. So you can negotiate. We could go back to the old days and learn how to get the deal done, transact, cooperate with another broker, and obviously structure things the right way. All right. So that's really what I wanted to show you. Any questions? All right, let's get into the final slides for the new listings and sales. Do you guys see the new listing slide right now?
Yes. Well, not anymore.
Okay, it's on. I'm advancing.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Finally, we are very happy and congratulations for our new listing over here in 2550 Camelback Drive in Walnut. Henry Liu's listing has a nice 11,000 plus lot, great photography up on the hills, only 1.298 million for this 4-bedroom, 3-bath single family. I like the effects that he does and turning on the lights. Again, this shows a welcoming type of environment. So consider all of this stuff when you're packaging your listing for sale. He's got 812 Invergary Street, Glendora. This single family is also for sale, 800,000. Not too bad for a big 8,000 lot size. And talk to him if you have anyone looking for Glendora and Glendora schools. Carmen, congrats on your new listing for rent. This is $2,950 for a 1,450 square foot condominium here in Arcadia. Talk to her. Should lease out quickly. And Angel Lau has 1018 Duarte Road, unit number 4. This is a great condo in Arcadia, townhouse style for 730,000. This is 1316 square feet living area. Melissa, this is a beautiful property over here at 440 Winthrop. It's on Caravan today, so I hope you guys can check it out and support Melissa for this San Marino beauty. This is 4 beds, 3.5 baths, 2367 square feet with a beautiful pool. They remodeled this. If you check out the photos, elegantly. They have pocket doors with sliding doors, accordion style doors.
You're breaking in and out again.
Okay, so check out the pictures and videos. This property was remodeled, I think 3 years or 4 years ago, fully remodeled. So hope you could check her listing out. Ennis has a condo for lease right here in Arcadia, 1538 square feet condo. Great location on Duarte Road, Arcadia. And congrats to Kayla. She's got 308 Primrose Ave, unit number F, Alhambra for lease. I think this one's already pending, so she's just wrapping it up right now. Helen Ma has 619 Leaf Avenue in West Covina for lease, 3,500 per month, 1639 square feet living area. And we have a good number of closers the past couple of weeks. So very happy and excited to see Michael Liu get this lease closed in San Gabriel. Good location of 313 Pascal Ave. Congrats to Tani. She sold 1608 Mayflower Ave in Monrovia. This condo sold at 615,000. I remember she negotiated a great price. Talked to her about this one. Good job for her for finally getting it closed. 1451 Hawthorne Street. Henry Liu's on fire and sold in Ontario. This single family sold for $600,000. And Lorena, she's been on fire as well. She closed this single family in Chino Hills, 14563 Crest Court, and sold for $990,000. Lorena also closed at 2340 Canyon Terrace Drive, Chino Hills. This 4-bed, 3-bath, square foot single family, beautiful curb appeal, has 3-car garage, sold for $1,080,000. very happy and excited to see her close on this one as well on 450 Underwood Court in Pomona. Lorena sold this one for $395,000. And Jean Chang, she got this one closed as well. Her condo sold 821 Cerritos Avenue, Azusa, 3 beds, 2.5 baths. And great job to Julia. She got this leased out at 9721 Emperor Ave, Arcadia. Very quickly got it leased out on the market. A lot of rentals go quickly, guys. That's how much demand there is, or that's how unaffordable buying is. Okay. Shermona just closed escrow. Congrats to her and her clients for buying 528 104th Street, Los Angeles for $665,000. She's continuing to work hard and really work on her new career. And Julia, she closed at 436 Fairview Avenue. This was a townhouse for 1,454 square feet, 2 beds, 2.5 baths. And I think Sylvia, she got this one closed, 2272 Las Flores Street in Pomona, 3 beds, 2 baths for $650,000. And Kayla has also got this one leased out at 228 Olive Avenue, unit A110. This one leased out quickly. And any other new listings or something you want to promote? Anything coming soon or needs or wants? All right, we're right at the hour. It's time. Trying to be mindful for your business. I'm going to go ahead and check out Caravan for Melissa's listing in San Marino. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out too. Hope to see you there. I'll see you guys next week for my training. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend and really just go ahead and have some fun. It's going to be very hot, and make sure your air conditioning is working, making sure your pets are taken care of at home. Cool off and find somewhere nice to be at. I know the AAR building announced that they will be allowing anyone to come out and hang out at the AAR building during business hours. If you want to just take advantage of the air conditioning over there. But if you have any business or individual needs, you got my number. Call me, text me anytime. I'll be happy to help. It's good to be back, guys.
Thank you.
Can I ask?
Bye,
Yeah, Neil,
everyone.
Actually,